It's
Go
good.
for it.
Good. Good.
Yeah. Oh, he muted. See, his mic is mute.
My mic.
He's he unmute his own mic. He muted himself.
Well, but it's good now, yeah.
Yeah, but he muted.
It has to be him.
Yes, it
that
has
will
to be him
unmute
that will
himself.
unmute himself.
You can't.
You can see it now.
I don't think this guy is.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
do him.
I can't
I don't
mute
know.
him.
Sign in or something.
Your mic, bro. Your mic, bro. What is he doing?
Dude, Sam, continue to.
All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show right now, ladies and gentlemen. And on the show, for second news, all things considered, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. It's a groundbreaking ceremony right here. There's no champagne. There's no Nkwobi, but come on. You are out there. You're making history with me as we go live on our YouTube page and all social media platforms for the first time in a long time on Per Second News. So I want to take out this time and do a round of applause, not just for me, but for you also out there. So a round of applause for all of us. A round of applause for all of us. And you can see that I'm not just alone. I'm collaborating with my homie all the way from the Manap Town. I'm talking about Hamani. Hamani, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear that, Manny? So we can get talking on the phone. Okay, that's cool. We can hear Manny. If you can hear me, try as much as possible to unmute yourself so we can get talking. And we will be looking at Arsenal versus PSG today. This is one of the biggest games that is going down in the Champions League and in Europe. This is Mikel Arteta versus Luis Enrique live right here. And you might be wondering, how is it going to go down? What's going to happen? Who's going to win the game? How is the game going to be won? Oh, where is Arsenal vulnerable? Where is PSG vulnerable? I have all of that. I have all of that right here. And we are going to discuss how Arsenal might just nick this one or how PSG might just punish Arsenal in this game. But remember that over the weekend, I'm talking about a couple of days ago, Arsenal lost the Premiership to Liverpool. Liverpool lifted the Premiership title. I think I've got Amani back right here. Amani, can you hear me? Amani is trying as much as possible, struggling with his network and struggling to connect with me, but we trust our technical crew to all get it sorted out.
Yes, no.
Amani, can you hear me? All right. Let's see if we can reconnect back with Amani. Audio connection lost with my friend all the way from Nasarawa State because he's not in Abuja right now. But let's leave that and come back to the studio because when you look at Arsenal, one of the big misses for this game would be Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is not going to be in the party, the semi-final party tonight. And not just Thomas Partey. Let's also take a look at what we should expect from both teams in this game. Liverpool wrapped up the Premier League title that ended the dreams of Arsenal a couple of days ago. And for Paris Saint-Germain, for the first time this season, Paris Saint-Germain, after 30 games in the league, lost 3-1 to OG Nice. It was a game that they were resting some of their players because they know that they have Arsenal after that game. So I don't blame Luis Enrique, neither do I blame PSG for losing this game. But for you watching me right now and for you listening to me right now, do you think that Arsenal can defeat PSG? Do you think that PSG have what it takes to defeat Arsenal in this game? Remember, Arsenal scrappily scaled through at the Bernabeu. The stadium was closed. They were very hostile, but Arsenal still scaled through, and defeating Real Madrid looks like they are already on course to win the Champions League. But remember, they still have Barcelona and Inter Milan to face in the PSG. Is Amani live with me right now, or is he battling with his network? And in case you're out there, you can drop your comment on all our social media platforms. If you're watching on Instagram, drop a comment. If you're watching on TikTok, drop a comment. If you're watching on X, drop a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, drop a comment. If you're watching on Facebook, you can drop a comment. But if you're watching in your dreams, you better wake up right now and talk to all our social media platforms and get something right now. All right? Let's see if we have Amani back online. Amani, are you there?
Yeah, I'm active. Yo, let's go. Let's go to
Okay,
the
that's
Emirates
beautiful
Stadium
right now.
real quick, bro.
I can see that you're pumped.
Yeah.
You're pumped.
Yeah, I'm on my way to the Emirates Stadium, bro. It's gonna be
No,
a
before you go
great
to the
night.
Emirates Stadium, yeah, before you go to the Emirates Stadium, Amani, before you go to the Emirates Stadium,
We're going
I
on the
want.
road. Yeah.
What are you going to be doing tonight? What are you going to be doing tonight to watch this beautiful game? What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be sleeping? Are you going to be praying? Are you going to be fasting? What are you going to be doing today?
I'm just going to enjoy beautiful football. Two of the most exciting teams in the UCL are coming up against each other right now. We are going to see the battle of the number 7 and number 11 right there in Emirates Stadium. You're going to see battle of Bukayo Saka and also the battle of the one and only Ousmane Dembele, who's one of the most informed winger right now in the world, who's got the most goals in 2025. Trust me, you don't want to miss this particular game tonight. Let's go to the Emirates, bro.
Okay, before you go to the Emirates, and before you go to the Emirates, because let's VI will not hold you on your way to the Emirates, or probably Road Safety stop you and ask you where's your tire. You know, before that, okay, let's look at each department of this team right now. Let's look at each department of this team. And when you look at Arsenal, for instance, the Gunners have scored 14 goals from dead ball situation this season. 14 goals from dead ball situation this season. Do you Arsenal are very deadly when it comes to set pieces? Even though they are deadly in set pieces, they are also vulnerable when they concede set pieces, which is quite terrible. Do you see set piece deciding this game?
I think tonight's game is gonna be more than just relying on set pieces. It's going to be where your tactical acumen have to come in play. Trust me, for Luis Enrique, he's been there. He has done that before with Barcelona. He's won treble with Barcelona. Remember in 2015, who had one of the most iconic season with Barcelona right there. He know what it takes to be in a semi-final in a UEFA Champions League game. For Arteta, I want to say he's a newbie in the game. Trust me, coming up a man who has won the competition before is going to be very, very, very difficult right there. So you can't rely on just cross and inshallah or relying on just free kick and all that set pieces and all that dead ball situation for the game. You have to have a game plan against PSG. PSG showed us what they are able to do against Liverpool. We saw in the course of the season, we saw how Arne Slot was having a great season with his tactics. He was having he was showing us the high intensity press right there in Liverpool. But coming up against our PSG, Luis Enrique, we saw how he subdued and a slot right there in Anfield. So Arsenal, you have to keep your eyes on that particular tie. It's going to be more than just the dead ball situations, more than just the set piece. You have to come with your A game. So I'm looking at players like Bukayo Saka to have a great game right there in the wings. When we have players like Mendes and Achraf Hakimi busting forward, then you have to be careful of the Arsenal wingers as well. Trust me.
Okay, looking at Arsenal wingers, before we go to Arsenal top front, let's look at the attacking play of PSG coming up against that defensive side of Arsenal. We understand the fact that Thomas Partey is not going to be there. We Gabriel might not be in the starting 11. And how is it going to impact the defensive
Yeah.
solidity of Arsenal? Are they going to get punished?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Like the network was breaking. Can you come back again, please?
Okay, looking at Thomas Partey is not playing. Thomas Partey is not part of the first 11 for Arsenal. Gabriel is a big doubt for this game. And looking
Yeah.
at the attacking force of PSG, do you think that Arsenal defense with this misses can contain PSG defensively?
I think Thomas Partey, the Ghanaian, missing this particular first leg tie is going to be a big blow for the Arsenal. Trust me, because you're coming up against a team who we know they have a great prowess in the middle of the pack. Talking about players like Vitinha, talking about Fabian Ruiz, and also Neves. These are great players in the middle of the pack for PSG. But Arsenal, I want to see a great game for Declan Rice. Yeah, I think he's good in that number 6 position. So we might see Declan Rice playing a more deeper role, and maybe probably we're going to see Lewis Kelly going to the midfield instead of playing from the wing back or the left back position. So we know he's a natural midfielder, Lewis Kelly, the 18-year-old. We know he's a natural midfielder. We might see him going to that midfield, or probably we might see Merino. Yes, Merino might drop to the midfield, and Trossard might just be the lone striker up there. But trust me, it's going to be the battle of the midfield right there at the Emirates. Trust me, PSG has got a great midfield, jam-packed. Not only the starting 11, they have got some weapon in their bench as well. They got strength in their bench as well. Trust me.
Okay, let's look at quickly at one man, like you've mentioned earlier, who stood out so far in this Champions League season. His name is Ousmane Dembele. And he's shining not because Kylian Mbappe left. Okay, let's put it really clear. He's shining not because Kylian Mbappe left. Ousmane Dembele has been a standout star right from his time at Barcelona. We need to put that into perspective. And now let's quickly look at one of the stats that I brought out right now. Ousmane Dembele matches Kylian Mbappe's record for the most goal involvement in a single Champions League campaign for PSG. Ousmane Dembele, 11 goals. Kylian Mbappe, 11 goals. Do you see Ousmane Dembele scoring more than 11 goals or getting a brace in this encounter with Arsenal?
If I can hear you clearly, trust me, bro, the network here is crazy, but I heard you talking about Ousmane Dembele. Fantastic guy, bro. I think since he left Barcelona, we know him. If you know Ousmane Dembele, the first thing that comes to your mind is the injury and the hospital situation he had in Barcelona. But trust me, bro, since he left from Barcelona to PSG, man has not even had an headache. Even malaria, he have not gotten in PSG. He's having a great time in PSG. I swear, bro. And this is in 2025. He's got 21 goals. I think that's the most for any player in the whole universe. Ousmane Dembele has got 21 goals, right? And I don't know if man is trying to break I don't know if he's trying to break Lionel Messi's record for 91 goals in a calendar year. But let's see how that pan out.
We can't. Even if he tries, we can't. Is it there? Network probably playing pranks with us right here with my man Hamani, Paul, Elay right there. We'll see our technical crew are trying as much as possible to see how we can reconnect back with Amani calling all the way from Nasarawa State right now. And looking at PSG and Arsenal, what about you that are listening to me right now? What about you that watching and viewing right now? What is your take? Do you think Arsenal can defeat PSG? This is the first time in a long time that we're seeing, in over a decade, by the way, that we're seeing Arsenal qualifying for the semi-final of the Champions League, and there is a teaser. There is a jinx that might be broken or might consume Arsenal, by the way. And we've heard that, but respect to the Pope, respect to the Catholic world, okay? Respect to the Pope and the Catholic world. That every time there is a demise of the Pope, every time the Pope passes away, an English club wins the Champions League. Now, I want you to get it right. Every time the Pope passes away, an English club wins the league, wins the Champions League. And now, we are witnessing the burial and funeral rites of the Pope that just passed away. And Arsenal, the only English side in the Champions League as we speak, when it comes to the top four, we have PSG, we have Barcelona, we have Inter Milan, all right? And we have Arsenal. Do you think this can play out this season? Do you think that Arsenal stand a chance of winning the Champions League? Do Arsenal have the players? Yes, they have Bukayo Saka. Yes, they have Gabriel Martinelli. Or probably Kai Havertz. Or they have fantastic guys like Odegaard, Declan Rice, Lewis right there. They have these guys. Do you think that they stand a chance in winning the Champions League this season, coming up against PSG? And if they eventually go past PSG, the next guys that they are meeting is Barcelona versus Inter Milan. That's a huge one right there. I don't know what to think about that. Let's see if we have our man back. I'm talking about Amani. And I think that Amani has serious network issues right now. I don't know what's happening to his network. If you're in Nasarawa, every time it rains, it's crazy. It's crazy when it rains in that area. Either there's flood, or there's hold up, or they are trekking back home. Those guys, the government needs to look at people living in Maraba, Nyanya, Masakado, and all that place. I'm talking about the places in Abuja right now. Look at my man. Look at my man. All the way from there, you have to go into a car, have to look for network. I'm not, if you can hear me, you can hang on a tree, okay? Probably you can find network there because I know how it is hot over there. So, the Minister of Weekend needs to collaborate with the governor of Nasarawa State and see how they can help these guys. If it rains, it's a problem. If it's sunny, it's a problem. If it's Harmattan period, it's a problem right there. And I pray that God answers their prayer, because some of them who stay there, they go back home around 10, 11, 12, and when they're coming back to town, they are leaving their home as early as 5 a.m. because if you stay past 5:30, you and the hold up, you are going to have a nice breakfast till like 12, 11 a.m. But let's leave that by the way and come back to the studio and talk about the Arsenal versus the PSG game. It's one of the biggest blockbuster going down today. And tomorrow we are going to have Barcelona versus Inter Milan. And that aside, let's look away from that game. Let's come back a little bit home and talk about the National Sports Festival. Is going to happen right from May 16th to May 30th at Ogun State. It is called or tagged the Gateway Games. And this is not just your regular National Sport Festival. This is a festival of arts. It's a festival of culture. It's a festival of talent. It's a festival of unity. It's a festival of the Renewed Hope Initiative by the National Sports Commission, led by the man called Malam Shehu Diko and his able second. I'm talking about the Director General, Honorable Bukola Olapade, right there. It's going to be happening. And Paseko News, just to put it out there so you know, Paseko News is going to be live at Ogun State to cover the games and bring the beauty of Ogun State, the ambience of the game, and how talentful Nigerian youngsters are going to be shining at the Gateway Games. And let's go back to the Arsenal versus PSG game and see if we can reconnect back to Amani right there. If Amani is not there, I'm going to bring all my staffs in the studio to come talk sport today, because they're not going to set me up. No, nobody's setting me up. I'm just saying this because the WhatsApp platform is already buzzing, and you take this person down, take that person down. But that's cool, by the way. Okay. If nobody comes, Amari is not there. Mr. Emeka is going to come in and talk sports. Ella is going to talk sports. Madam Dozy is going to talk sports. The GM, you're going to talk sports today. Everybody's going to talk sports. I bring everybody to come and talk sports. Yesterday, I brought Mary Ann to come talk sports right here, and I told her who is the player, which club does Ronaldo play for? And guess what she said? That Ronaldo plays for Barcelona. Can you imagine what somebody said? That Ronaldo plays for Barcelona. I don't know. Is Amani back?
He's coming back.
Okay. Amani is trying as much as possible to see how he can come back, and let's get talking right here. And what are the fans saying? What are the fans saying concerning this big game that is going down today? Let's see. Let's quickly go on X and check what Arsenal fans or probably the coach has to say. Let's see. We are trying as much as possible to connect to the official account of the Arsenal. Let's see. Let's go. Okay. It's 8 p.m. today. Someone is asking me, what time is the game? What time is the game Nigerian time? It's 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Okay? So if your girlfriend is coming home, let her know that you are in charge of the remote today. Nobody is dragging the remote with the guys today. Okay? Let's see if we can connect and get what Arsenal fans are saying concerning the game. And, okay. Amanda, are you there? We have to see I know we have to see how we can do welfare for my people living all the way in that area, because it's crazy. You know how it's not network problem, it's flood problem. It's not flood problem, it's road problem. Amanda, are you there?
Yeah, it's good to be back again. Let's talk sport, my bro.
Okay, let's talk sport right now and get talking real quick. I was talking about Ousmane Dembele. We are done with Ousmane Dembele right now. I also want you to look at how Arsenal might line up today. What will be your preferred 11, Amani? What will be your preferred 11? Who's going to be your back four for Arsenal?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you come back again, please?
Let's try as much as possible to pick our brains and get the first 11 for Arsenal. Who's going to make up your back four for Arsenal?
Okay, with the absence of Gabriel, the big Gabby right there for Arsenal. If I can hear you clearly, we're talking about the first 11 for Arsenal, right?
Yeah, good. Yeah, we are. Okay. Network again playing pranks on us. Network trying to play pranks on us. But I think okay, Mr. Emeka is also trying as much as possible to join in on this one and see how we can get talking. Mr. Emeka, can you join us? Can you talk to us right now? Network playing pranks on us. Okay, let's see how it's going to look like. Who's there? What are you saying? Talk to me right now. Hello, are you there, Amani?
Yeah, I'm active, bro.
Yeah, you've been inactive for a while. That's why I was checking up on you to know what's up right now.
So we're
Mr.
talking about
Emeka is there?
we're talking about the back four, right? I said without Gabriel Magalhaes, who's going to be out with injury, so we're going to go see going to see Kiwior, who's going to be deputizing for Gabriel Magalhaes right there, and he's going to be partnering with William Saliba. And also in the right hand side of the defense, we're going to have the man they call Timbers right there, and in the left hand side, I want to see Skelly. Yeah, he's having a great run. The 18-year-old is having a great run there. My Skelly right there in the left-hand side of that defense. Now, in the middle of the park, I want to see a Declan Rice in that number 6 position with the absence of the Ghanaian Thomas Partey. So we're going to see
Okay, let's see if we can connect with Mr. Emeka and get to.
Yes, I can hear you. I hope I have because of this one.
Yes. Well, you want to check outside? Yeah, let me get this. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's open the room. Oh, I think it's good now. It's good, right? Yeah. Let me open the room, bro. Is it okay? Oh, yeah. Okay. Is it okay? Is it okay? Yeah. No, I can't even hear them clearly. Oh.